It's day 74, 5,276 verses left. In Luke 10, Jesus' disciples do all the awesome stuff he's been doing, and it causes Satan to go skydiving. But the cool thing is that their names are then written down in heaven. That is class, I want to sneak my name in. Jesus tells a story about a guy that gets mugged, and two holy guys don't help him, but a Samaritan does. He tells the story to demonstrate the true nature of love, but it really winds up the religious guys because Samaritans were seen as the scum of the earth. Check out 2 Kings 17 on day 28 to find out why. Ooh, sitting around chatting is better than doing the washing up. Well, I'll tell my wife. If you've ever wondered how to pray, it turns out Jesus' disciples did as well, and he gave them a blueprint in chapter 11. Cool, I wonder if that caught on. Jesus goes to a religious guy's house for dinner and he spends the whole time insulting him. That's never worked for me. Then he says if you acknowledge him before people, he'll acknowledge you before the angels in heaven. Or then maybe one of them will write my name down. Worried about life? Just get to know God. Apparently he'll sort everything out. Check out chapter 12 verse 31. In chapter 13, Jesus breaks one of the 10 commandments because he wants to remind everybody that a human being is more important than a donkey. Then he goes on to say that the door into heaven is really narrow. Maybe that's because you've got to surrender absolutely everything you have to be able to follow him. Check out 14:33. Hey, but if you do, you'll actually cause a party in heaven. Check out 15:7. Yeah, then maybe one of them will write your name down. If you're still not sure if God likes you very much, read chapter 15 and think again. If he can mess everything up that badly and still come home, there's got to be hope for the rest of us. In chapter 16, it turns out that you can't serve God and money. Oh, do I want loads of stuff that'll eventually go in the bin, or eternal life and love? Oh, sheesh, how to choose? For some reason, then Jesus tells a parable about a rich man in hell trying to order around a poor man in heaven. Hey, get me some water, it's toasty down here. If you're a big fan of forgiving people, you are going to flip in love chapter 17 verse 3 and 4. And if you're a big fan of being forgiven, there's some top tips in chapter 18, 9 to 14. In chapters 18 and 19, a tall rich man who everybody likes doesn't get into heaven, and a short rich man who everybody hates does get into heaven. Right, so to get into heaven I need to be short, rich and lonely. No, it's just that one served God and the other served money. It's also in chapter 19 where we find out that Jesus came to seek and save what was lost. Obviously that applies to humanity, but I hope it also works for my flipping car keys. Tune in tomorrow for a serious cock-up.